Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Burning Lighthouse, where we openly discuss current world events and history as seen through the eyes of melanated people. Today, we're gonna be discussing indigenous tribes that were here already in the Americas, aka Turtle Island in the Western Hemisphere, before slavery. We're gonna hop right into it. Got some of our guests, the regular cast. But me and Dave is in the house tonight. And we got some guys that's gonna be checking in. That's my brother Super Cap, Super Trav. Jake is in the studio. Today we're gonna discuss the Creek, the Mohawk, the Catawba, Ojibwa, Seminole, Saponi, Rappahannock, and Passamaquoddy tribes, all black tribes that were here in America before the slave trade. Now I know a lot of people out there saying, "What? What the hell is he talking about? Black folks came over on the slave ships." Yeah, only a few black people came over to the Western Hemisphere on ships. Excuse me. They told you that the black people came over on slave ships and we were slaves and that's how we got to America. Man, that's lies. It's damn lies. They're not telling us our whole history. They lied to us. They don't want to tell you your whole history because you're going to be inclined to say, wait a minute, if my bloodline and my bloodline and my bloodline and her bloodline was already here in America, it's my motherfucking land. You know? They don't want you to know that because they know you're going to have the right to claim what's yours. So they keep us from history. But see, at the Burning Lighthouse, we expose all that. Just just guess your eyes and your understanding on this. The Creek Indians were black people. They was in Georgia, Alabama, and Florida. Yeah, southern folk. Same people that you see today that you looking at thinking that they came over. The Seminoles, Florida, copper copper skinned people. The Ojibwa, Minnesota, North Dakota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Canada. The Catawba, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Mohawk, Eastern New York, Canada, Vermont, Portland, Maine. You see the picture? You see the picture? We was all over this country. Well, no wilderness. Saponi, North Carolina and Virginia. The Rappahannock, Virginia. Creek, Georgia, Alabama, Florida. All over here. And we had the more tribes here that came from Africa around what was it 1300 and 1800 BCE. Now I'm gonna read to you some of linguists. He was a white scholar from Howard University in the 1920 who had already been telling them that the indigenous people in America are black people, and they were here before the slave trade. This is Columbus' diary. Columbus met a lot of natives, and during his meeting of natives, he ran across a lot of dark skinned natives, was they was the majority here. They gave him some spears that was tipped in gold spears. He asked them where did they get them from. They told him that they got them from other indigenous tribes that came from faraway lands. Now he talking to black people, and the black people is telling him about other black people coming here and gave them these spears. So they took the spears back and they want to know where the spears came from and all of that. So there were 32 parts of these spears tips. Gold, silver, different types of elements. So when they deciphered the elements, these tribes came from Mali, the ones who had gave them the tips. And we know in history that Mansa Musa sailed 300 ships, 300 ships, which is a feat in itself at that time. And this was around, it was, I'm sorry, it wasn't 300, it was 400 Mali ships in the year 1310. 400 ships. You see what I'm saying? Okay. I'm gonna go a little even further with you. Then that's what the white historian was saying now out of Harvard in 1920. We'll go a little further for you. Ivan van Sertima, he's an African historical figure, known known throughout the world. Books, 16 printings of different books. He had one book that they came before Columbus. MPL book trailer 436, so you can go get it. I'm gonna say that again. MPL book trailer 436. I want you to be able to go to these books, grab these books, and read true historical facts. In 1987, now he challenged the Columbus myth. You know that Africans wasn't in America, and Columbus discovered all of this and all of that and all of that. You know, he challenged them in 1987. Okay, now we got I'm sorry, excuse me, archaeological evidence that blacks and melanated beings, blacks, were in Mexico and Central America. Artifacts now, artifacts that proves hundreds, thousands of years before the slave trade even started in the Atlantic slave trade, blacks was already here. But they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that, like I told you, because of one reason. Well, multiple reasons. But the main reason is they don't want you to know that you was enslaved on your own land. So they don't want to pay you reparations. They don't want you to rise up and want your land back. See, right now we're being occupied. Yeah, I said it. Occupied by foreigners on your own land. And this easy facts, you can go look it up. Got more books. You want to hit the comment section, I'll send it to you, send your links and everything. So you'll know proof of where majority of us came from. Now I'm not saying that none of us didn't come from Africa. Yes, they had a slave trade, and yes, they brought slaves from Africa. But the extent of how they said they brought slaves from Africa is a lie. They lied to you. They lied to us. Fake history. One of the reasons these Republicans and these racist, crazed people don't want to teach the woke doctrine in the schools. Why not teach true history? Why keep brainwashing your people? because your people gonna call foul. Because all this time you had your own people looking at us in ways unbecoming of a man, unbecoming of a woman. And now, and now y'all wanna go against woke doctrine. Well, it's a little late for that because guess what? We already spreading it. We've been spreading it for hundreds of years. The now it's coming to fruition now. It's popping up everywhere. The whites even talking about it, teaching about it. Everybody's teaching about it. You got a black woman meets a black man from indigenous tribes. They marry, they go on down the road, after slave trade. They don't even know they true history because it's been told foul to them. You got them thinking that they came from way over here and way over there. Hey, that's what y'all did. Y'all did the Hispanics like that too. They run around here talking about they Hispanic. Man, get the hell up out of here. You from some of these same tribes, same bloodline. Why you think they never want to do a real true study on slavery? No one has done it. No one has. You have a lot smaller people that do it and stuff, but the government themselves has never did a true study on it because they know if they do a true study, they got to tell the truth, and that's gonna hurt. That's gonna destroy this big myth of all blacks came from Africa when we was already here. Did you see what Columbus' diary says? He said when he met the indigenous people of this land, said they was copper toned with woolly hair. He said they would put you in the mind, huh? In the mind of African tribes. Hold on now, wait a minute. This is Columbus' diary. But they teach you about Columbus, but it won't tell you what he said when he first started encountering indigenous people of this land. He said he saw copper toned people, copper toned tribes that will put you in the mind of African tribes, but not from Africa. So if he put you in the mind of African people, then that means that they had the features of black men. Hold on now. They ain't teach us this in school. The hell they taught us? They taught you lies. They taught all of us lies. They indoctrinated us into a system of lies. And then they created racism to keep it intact. Shame. Shame. But guess what? Over here at the burning lighthouse, we taking them veils off. We're making them taking them all off. Take them off. Bring them down. Bring them down. Lies. 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 A lot of people hear us talking like this and they get scared. They got no reason to be scared, man. History is history. Are you paying attention? Look at these pictures. Look at these pictures of these black men and beautiful women. These people weren't no slaves. These people was the indigenous people of this land. Man, listen, go look up a lot of names of some of these places. Blackfoot. Blackfoot. Why do you think they called them Blackfoot? Huh? Why you think they called them Blackfoot, Warrior River, Black Warrior River, Tuscaloosa? Hmm? Y'all better go look up these names, man. Get these white folks, these Europeans that sought to destroy our history and make mockery of our being. They play with us with words. That's why it was forbidden to teach slaves to read. They don't want you to read because if you read, you see those diabolical ways, those mishappenings that they perpetuated on our people, and they continue to do it. They had I remember reading this book called "They Stole It, You Must Return It," and they was talking about posts, POS, perpetuation of slavery. The perpetuation, excuse me, y'all, of slavery is like when you make these movies, all these movies, and these movies is racial. You know, they have black guys and women, slave, lesser people, and stuff like that. And these are the moves they project out there. They project out there. They project out there. They project out there. So they project it out there because that's a perpetuation of slavery. They got you still thinking that, hey, you're a slave. You're lesser than me. You see what I'm saying? Look at these pictures, man. Look at this black beautiful child. Look at these black beautiful me people, man. These melanated people. Man, them your ancestors. Them your ancestors. These are your ancestors that was already here. I want y'all to remember these names. Write these names down. Study to show thyself approved. Don't the scripture say that? You good Christian out there? Don't the scripture say, study to show thyself approved? Huh? Huh? Creek, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Mohawk, Eastern New York. Oh, man, we from the south to the top. Canada, Vermont, Portland, Maine. Mohawks are deep. Huh? Huh? Catawba, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Oklahoma. Man, you know how that stretch? That stretches right there, stretching to the middle of the country. You got Oklahoma. That's like the Midwest. So the middle of the country, man. From North Carolina to South Carolina to Tennessee, all the way across. Then you got Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Eastern New York, Canada, Vermont, Portland, Maine. Get a map. Everywhere I tell you that natives were these natives, these copper tone, woolly head natives, everywhere. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot Seminole, which only means runaway, because there was a lot of different tribes and a lot of POWs, what I call them, prisoners of war. They call them slaves. They was made slaves, but they were free men and free women that had rights. One stupid. How the hell you be a pyramids all around this damn world if you was stupid and couldn't read and didn't know mathematics? Huh? Dogon tribes got so much science they can show you planets, planets that NASA just beginning to see. Man, get out of here. Catawba, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, OKC, Ojibwa. Listen now, Ojibwa. Huh? Minnesota, North Dakota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Canada. Huh? All across. Black, copper tone, woolly head, black people, natives, indigenous to this country. Rappahannock, Virginia, all through Virginia, all in the hills, everywhere that you looked, we were there, your ancestors. Listen, the National Historic Preservation Act of 1966. This is a federally recognized tribes and non-federally recognized tribes. Now, due to the government actions in the 1950s and 1960s, it terminated government to government relationships with Indian tribes, making them a lot many ineligible to apply to the Bureau of Indian Affairs for recognition. That's the BIA. So you mean to tell me that the only reason a lot of these tribes isn't recognized is only because of the government? And let me show you something, all right? I'm show you one reason, just one reason. I'm gonna give you more than one, but guess what one of the reasons was? Their skin was too dark. What? When Columbus diaries say when he met these folks skin was black, woolly head, looking like Africans but not from Africa, and you will tell me that one of the reasons why that they were non-federally recognized because their skin was too dark? What in the hell can what is that? It's crazy. It's white supremacy. Another reason was because that they said that some of the tribes, and this is true, I looked it up. Some of the tribes just didn't want to deal with the government. I mean, look at the Trail of Tears. And, they gave people, they gave these folks syphilis, man. They gave these folks all type of diseases in the blankets. They marched them, women, child, old and young, sick and healthy. They marched them to the land they said they gonna get to them. How the hell you gonna take me off my land and give me a piece of my land? And on the trail, because they really didn't want to do it, they gave them infected blankets. What? Say that, huh? Infected blankets that damn near killed all of them on the trip. Better go look it up. You better go look it up. Better go look it up now. So that the other reason why they say why they didn't want to they didn't want to they didn't want to deal with the government. Some of these tribes said they just don't want to deal with the government. Yeah. What's the first rule of if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you. But what's the first rule when dealing with the devil? Don't. So can get mad at some of them tribes that didn't want to deal. A lot of other these tribes was because they couldn't remember who their great parents was and great great parents was and all of that. I mean, you put them on slavery. You stole the babies. Sold the babies and gave them last names, gave them y'all last names. So how could they know of that? But when they start doing studies and research and finding out that, man, a lot of us, man, a lot of our blood came from right here in America. but they're telling you, me, our people, that all of us came from one spot, which is lies. But they're telling you that because they do not want you to know that the same land that your ancestors were POW, prisoners of a war, invading force or invading forces, put us, our ancestors, on our own land. Man, they used to put us on slave ships, man, and ride the coast, letting us think that they taking us far and far off because the elders and the warriors were killed already. So the people who were left, majority of the people that were left, were children, man, little black girls, little black boys, copper toned, woolly hair. They had no idea that they were just going 100, 200, 300, 400 miles away. But that's exactly what was going on. But they tell us that, hey, man, y'all from Africa. Really?
Yeah, we got guests in here. I don't know if you know, we got Trap too.
Hey, Trev, how you doing, my brother?
Trap. Jacob.
Trev, can you hear us?
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
wanted to ask you something. Like a lot of them ships that came from over there. Most of them ships went down there to South America to the island.
that's right. Hey,
Black
one,
Exactly. That's
one,
right.
one second. 1 second. You got our niece Williams trying to get in. Well, for some reason they want to prove her. Yeah, she got equipment difficulties, and Jacob Talley as well. So y'all gonna have to keep coming out and coming in, troubleshooting. All right, man.
Okay, okay. Well, Trey, I'm gonna speak on. That's why I made sure I contacted you. Anybody that don't know, this is Trav. You know, he's gonna be one of the co-hosts of this show moving forward. It's my brother. It's my brother. This is my brother, and he's very knowledgeable on these topics. You go ahead and speak, Trav.
Yeah. I just was speaking on about the about most of them slave ships. A lot of people don't know most of them went down there to South America and to the island.
Yep,
So it ain't
that's
as
right.
many came over here on them ships as people think.
Yep, there's more black people down in Brazil than anywhere else in the Western Hemisphere. People don't
And
know
guess,
that. They think
and
that's
guess what they celebrate? And guess when you go down there to the Brazil carnivals, they got Indian feathers, all kind of headrests, all of that stuff. The customs came from us. All of that attire that the so-called natives wear, that stuff came from us. They even do
that's
it
right.
in Africa.
Yep, that's right. That's true. That is so true. That is so true.
Yeah, my bad, Trav. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, you all right, man. Yeah, I just was speaking on that, and then some of them ships that before they even bought us over here, some of us over here, some of them explorers like he was saying earlier in California. When they got to California, it was already black people there.
Yep, Khalifa. What was the name? Do I remember that?
Yeah,
Khalifa.
another thing is
Yeah, the
there's a lot
Khalifa.
of people, what people don't really know is that you can even Google who was California named after. And it's gonna come up. The Queen Khalifa, the black woman,
Yeah,
is who they named the state of California after. The Spain had conquered her, took California from her. She was one of the last to reign in the 1400s, and they wrote about her in the 1500s. But yeah, man, that was the Khalifian tribe out there, uh, all women tribe out there in
oh,
California. That whole state was named after, and also it was Black Mexicans that established the city of Los Angeles. But y'all go ahead on with that.
That's right. I'm on the burning lighthouse, baby. We're gonna spit facts to you. Open your mind up over here. Go on, speak on it, Travis. The floor is yours, my brother.
Yeah, I wanted to ask too. What you think about the? Now I know how the currents run from Africa to South America. Then too, a lot of Africans they was already down there because they already had boats.
Yeah,
A lot of them was down there. Even if you look at the old Mex,
yep.
that clearly everybody know them was African people.
African people. Now, King Mansa Musa from Mali, I spoke of him earlier. He sailed 400 Mali ships here. That wasn't his only voyage. Now he did many voyages here. They set up colonies here, tribes here. You know, look at the picture. The Ethiopian, Olmec, the Mexican Olmec. Come on, man, it's the same damn thing, man.
Yeah,
Same,
same exact thing.
same exact thing, man.
Yeah, a lot of them don't know. We travel all over the whole world before anybody was there.
Yep,
Even in Asia, we was there first before anybody.
yep. For anybody, man. Musa said 200 ships, but it was 200. No, I'm sorry, 400 ships. 200 years before, like 100 years. Wow. Is y'all really comprehending the lies told? Comprehending these lies.
Let me say another thing. Um, the old another another thing is how you break up these false narratives, these myths and stuff they come up with saying that you know that we came over afterwards from slavery. Well, as you heard me say earlier, that California was already established, like it was named California was named after the Queen, so it was already blacks over here before then. So you can't start our history at that time. Another thing is that this lady right here that you're looking at is the oldest body found in the Americas. Her name is Lucia. This is the oldest body found in America. They keep trying to replace her, but and this woman, like Richard Neve, or had said, this looks like a Negro to me. So this proves, and that's what they call us, the Negritos, also El Negro, like the Negrito tribe. So they've been knowing about us, and the oldest body, and I'm telling another people also. The one thing I don't like about the one thing I don't like about Ivan Ben Serta is knowledge is he's saying that we traveled from Africa over here first. No, we didn't do no travel. We didn't come over no ships from Africa to travel over here to explore. But we was already here. We sailed. Only thing we sailed on was the plates when the Earth broke apart. The Earth
That's
was
right.
one landmass and the supercontinent. And after that, the Earth broke apart to 7 different continents. Just like the Earth
Yep.
is breaking apart right now in Kenya,
Yep.
one river to the next. So that's the only thing I got with him that I don't like about him. I know is incorrect because if North Carolina and Florida and all of that was attached to Africa, or Morocco and all of that coast, Nigeria, if it was attached to all of that, and you could just walk over to North Carolina, and all of a sudden you had a house established in North Carolina, but America was Africa at one point in time. Then
Yes, it
why?
was.
Yeah, and it broke off and slowly sailed. Now, after a certain amount of time, now you can't just walk over there no more. You can't put no, like we used to do back in the day. We used to put 2x4s over the little ditch and walk over.
Yeah.
You can't do that no more. The gap,
That's right.
so now it just sailed off, and that's how we got here.
That's right.
So that
You
for a lot of people, and a lot of people say, hey, we humans didn't exist before the continental drift. Well, there's footprints in Utah older than the continental drift. So what do people say
that's,
that? There's human footprints in Utah. So
and I'm gonna give them some of the study or look up. It's called the plate tectonic theory. You might live about it in school, but this is exactly what Dave was talking about. The continental drift. These other places broke off from the one massive Africa. Now, continent rooted in the ground. So that's why the other pieces break out and float. So we was everywhere, but definitely in ancient America, it was nothing new about the Western Hemisphere. The Europeans.
Yeah, it just was new to them. That's why they
Mm,
call it the New World.
that's right. That's right.
yeah, it was new to them because they didn't have boats and stuff like we did, like the Africans did, and they knew how to sail. So
You know how to sail. You know how to navigate by the stars. We traveled at night or day.
we did a lot of trading back and forth.
Yep. So did. So we did.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. We had to save them in Europe back
Yep.
years ago,
Yep.
and they had the Black Plague
Yep.
because they were
Because
nasty. They ain't know how to. They didn't bathe. They didn't do none of that.
yep,
Watch.
they have a good system of getting rid of waste and stuff. And so when the Black Plague came, it came from a whole bunch of rats and trash and stuff. And it was killing them, wiping them out. And guess who had to save them? Us, because it didn't affect us. We knew how to bathe and wash our hands and stuff like that.
Yeah, we
So
we civil we civilized them.
yeah, we had to go up there and get the bodies and wash them and destroy them and get rid of them because they was dying left and right. But they picture us, paint us as the uncivilized man. And we had civilization here in America.
Right. When they was over here starving to death and into cannibalism and stuff, and it was the native here, who had finally, what I mean, gave in and had a little Thanksgiving with it.
Hmm.
It's killing.
How to survive the one.
And that's when we made
Well,
our mistake.
that's what made the mistake. Because they said they had a festival called Thanksgiving. So y'all listening is where Thanksgiving come from now. They said we're gonna welcome the tribes in to feast with us because they helped us survive the winter. But when they came, they killed them, cut the king head off, and toted it around on a plate and said, "It's the day our God has delivered our enemies into our hands." So when you be thinking about Thanksgiving, and this is a genocide of your people on your land. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we want, it was really a Thanksgiving for them because we helped them out. Stupid as we are, we always helping them out. But they, yeah, we weren't always called black Negroes or the African Americans and all of that. All that stuff came. African American was a term that came in 1989 from Jesse Jackson and them.
Yep.
All these names, our names have been changed over time from our native tribes into these to just general names, man. When there was so many different tribes, how could you generalizes all of them in one boat. So
Yep, yep, that's right. They're right. They trick us with all this different terminology of their terminology. They know that we didn't know, you know what I'm saying, they terminology, and they say, well, what tribe you from? Man, your tribe is the people you turn around and see every day. Your mama, your daddy, your brothers, your sisters, your uncles. You might not remember the names because you speak English now because they changed your language. Change your language, then forbid you to read. Lord have mercy. The trickery, technology, and created a science that still holds weight today called racism. And they poison their own people with this white superiority nonsense. When all men and women should be protected and given dignity to live and prosper in this world. But for us, it was not given. They gave the so-called natives, not all of them, but a lot of them, reparations. But like 85%, 90% of them weren't even natives. They just signed the list because they seen all the stuff, land that they was
That, that, that what you call the $5 Indians.
$5 Indians signed their name on the dub list. They gave the man $5 so they could sign their name.
yeah, the dogs. Let's
Yep, I'm saying. But
yeah, anybody could be native after one generation, but who's the indigenous?
we been here.
Yeah.
To be indigenous, you got to be aboriginal to the land. You got to be indigenous to the land and be first. Period.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, 'cause we been here so long they don't know how long we have been here. Around the whole globe, they have no idea.
They have no idea. A lot of things Columbus wrote in his journal too. That said a lot of words and languages that he had came in direct contact with uh, were the
Cause
same or very similar to the West African Bantu. But if you look at the plates, you look at the geography, you can see how Africa and the Americas fit together down there like a puzzle, like a
nah, they
puzzle.
nah. I'm gonna tell you about that. Africa, you can fit the United States, you can fit like India and Europe. You can fit all them countries in Africa. They just
Yeah,
got Africa looking like that on the map, but Africa is way bigger than what it is on the map. You
bigger
can
than
fit
that.
all them countries.
Yeah, that was a racist map. I forgot the
Oh
name of
yeah.
that map. The one that they had started using, and that was became the more popular one. But that's not the original one. Africa is way bigger than that. But when the continents was together, all of these people, melanated people, man, copper tin, copper skin, willow head people.
That's why we everywhere, because it was all one land, man. And once it broke apart, you got
Yep,
you got us everywhere.
that's right. And it was thousands of years ago.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was probably millions of years ago. Not thousands, millions of years ago.
Millions of years ago. We've been here. We've been here. They don't want us to know it. They don't want you to know it. They don't want our people, ancestors to know it. They want the kids to be taught. You see how they fighting against. You ever see? You see the woke doctrine that a lot of people is pushing, is telling more historical facts, and these people is fighting against it. Why? Why are these people fighting against the truth? And it's just a little bit more truth, but it's still a bunch of stuff not being told. Why not just tell the truth?
You know they can't do that.
No, 'cause they know we're gonna want our
So you know
land
the
back.
the younger generation that's coming, they find out all that. They know things. It'll change
Yep,
real quick.
real quick.
Yeah, you know that's why they push all this different music and all that nonsense. Cause you know they already know they do that. They ain't got to do too much work. We doing the work for them.
Yep, doing the work for them. And I want that that wildness, that power to be directed positively in the direction that uplift the people being persecuted and left at the bottom. Why they were so scared of Malcolm? Why they killed him? And other leaders too. Medgar Evers, Malcolm. They hated Selassie. He would bring them together, and he had that mind concept of business. This man owns so many bus line, cleaners, stores, Black Star Line. Yeah, the Black Star Line.
Oh yeah, cause the people they when that was in Carolina
It's New
back
York.
back years ago, when them people they had their own bus their own transit and everything.
Yeah. Where Dave from? Dave, tell them about the story
Yeah,
about where
yeah.
you.
I forgot the name of the company, but that was years ago.
Yeah.
You know, just like the
Like,
Tulsa, Oklahoma thing. But you know, it wasn't just Tulsa. You had cities like that all around the country.
yeah, Lake Lanier. That was a black city. Them lakes wasn't naturally made. Them lakes was man made because they wanted to cover up the historical facts of these cities and cities that was there that was black cities, black built cities. Well, they was from. They had a black city, black governor, excuse me, black mayor, black sheriffs, black bankers, hospitals, all of this. And the Europeans, the white people came, they were jealous, they was mad. Like they profited so much. They let's take this. They put out that everybody who was in the city when they got there, it was gonna kill them. When they got there, they killed them. They burnt the city. They took over the city, and they still have a parade today as the day that they founded the city. Massacred the inhabitants of the city. So it sure wasn't just Tulsa, Oklahoma. A lot of lakes and stuff, man. When I pass by a lake in waters today, mine wonders. Are my ancestors down there? Is some type of city down there? Historical facts about my people down there? Because this was one of they. This is what they did. You think that when they flooded New Orleans, this was the first time? No, man, they don't do nothing new. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. It's the same tricks that they use, and they work so good that they keep using them. They come in, they take, they kill, they destroy, they flood that place all through through this country, man. Just look it up. Go look up Lakeland now. Go Google some of these cities that they were founded. You know that Chicago itself was founded by a black man. You know that the black natives were living in New York. What they call that now? That Central Park. What is that Central Park where the trees and stuff in New York? All that was like natives, man. They gave the natives, or they got the natives drunk and later, and they got the land from them. All of that, and still telling us that man, y'all can't Africa, man. This ain't y'all land. Yeah, you thinking that the Mongoloids or people that was escaping Asian people that were escaping the warriors, the Mongoloids, they came over here, or the natives. They're not. $5 Indians signed the dog list. Look it up. It's facts. It's facts. Everything we say on this show is facts. Can be proven easily. Well, man, even they white scholars, linguists, Harvard University, 1920, saying the same thing. Come on now, right here, right here. It's over. I think it was over like 400 non-recognizable federal tribal entities in the U.S. lost recognition of being natives. Why? Simply because the government in the 1950s and 1960s terminated government to government relations with Indian tribes, making them ineligible to apply to the Bureau of Indian Affairs for recognitions. The BIA, the Bureau of Indian Affairs. Look it up. Go look it up. Right there in your face, right there, history is right there at your fingertips, man. That phone you got, you Google it. You Google 400 non-recognizable federal tribal entities in the U.S. And look you'll find out. Look what you're gonna see. I'm gonna say some of these names again and tell you what some of these tribes from. This is some, you know what I'm saying? I can write down 400, 500 tribes. We ain't got that long on the show. That's why we're gonna bring this shit back. This part one. Yeah, that's what I said. Ruffle feathers. I'm gonna ruffle all the damn feathers. Creek, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Southern folk, huh? Southern folk. Mohawk, Eastern New York, Canada, Vermont, Portland. Man, let me stop right there. Listen to him. Listen to this right here. This is the Mohawks. You ever seen that movie, The Last of the Mohegans? Huh? That tell you a story. We got that always, they whitewashed it, but that show you how they came in and played each other against each other. The French and the Spanish. They played them against each other. Had them each other on the side of the French and fighting each other on the side of Spain. The Mohawk, Eastern New York. Now, can you saying Eastern New York now? This is what you're talking about. When you say Eastern New York, you're talking about shit right there. New York, New York, New York City, East Coast, New York, Canada, Vermont. That's still East Coast. Portland.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, all of that. All of that. The Catawba, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Oklahoma. That stretch from the East Coast to the southeastern coast to the Midwest. Ojibwa, Minnesota, North Dakota, Wisconsin, Michigan. in Canada. The Ojibwa, so that's Illinois too. Now. Seminole, Florida. And in the Seminole wasn't a how you say this wasn't the name of the indigenous tribe. The word Seminole meant runaway. So it was indigenous tribes that band together and fought them in the areas of Florida, Alabama. So they got tired of fighting them because they were fighting them so hard and they wasn't no winning. It was like guerrilla warfare. So they said, okay, you know what? You know what? Let's decide a peace treaty. We'll let y'all chill over there. We'll do our things over here, but stop coming over here freeing these people that we got in captivity. We'll leave y'all alone. Yeah, that's where that was Seminole come from. Saponi, North Carolina, and Virginia. So you got the Ojibwa, the Saponi, Creek, Catawba, all around in the same areas. The Rappahannock, Virginia, and the Saponi was in North Carolina and Virginia. So you got all these large masses of land. Indigenous people lived, grew, and survived on. Man, all of this was before Columbus, man. All this was before Columbus. They did a genocide when they got here. So a lot of the history was just lost. I mean, if you come in, you gotta understand too. Y'all gotta understand that the European carried a lot of diseases with them. So when they came in, not only did they come in, stealing, killing, robbing, and all that, but they was carrying disease. So when you came in contact with them, you got sick. People was dying. Plagues was going around. Could you imagine fighting an enemy that if he touched you, you got sick? Lord, what? He touched you, you got sick. That chemical warfare. That's what that was. Ancient chemical warfare. When he gave these the only no, we ain't holding nothing back. And this show ain't long enough to tell you everything. But I want you to get the mindset, man, to break those veils put on your eyes by deception of a deceit person. Because they don't want you to know the truth. But the truth is here. The truth is at your fingertips. We're living in the generation of information. If you're not informed, you don't want to be informed. Now, a lot of people say, man, okay, okay. So how can that help me now? How can I help you now? Man, get through that word play. Get through that word play. Know who you are. Come back to some of your roots, man. Learn how to grow vegetables and stuff in your own yard. To heal your body. They run around here, man, past plagues and stuff like it's going crazy. COVID, monkeypox. You think that's in the that stuff, man? This is planned, man. All this is planned. Get grandmama who you lived 100 and some years old. Damn right. Cause guess what? They were living off the land. And even though they put pork in our diet through the slavery, they still lived 100 and some years. Because we were eating off the land, we eating healthy stuff. Now they spraying the vegetables and stuff that we eat with pesticides, killing us, man. Giving
Yeah,
us cancer.
all kind of chemicals.
Yeah. They tell you about this disease, that disease. Man, do you know, man, how many people die from cancer, man? This cancer shit, my stepdad just died of cancer, man. He killing our people slowly. And ain't even slowly, it's fast. They just don't talk about it. So yeah, learn who you is. Stop letting these folks tell you who you are. Because more and more, I'm not saying we're gonna get it. I'm not saying we're not. But the conversation is coming up more and more. It's all the way to Britain. They talking about it. The new king, the queen's son, he even talked about it. The reparations. They talking about it in America, talking about the reparations, but how can we uh get these people to say that they is from this place and they can prove it?
Hey, but
Man,
you know when Obama was in office, the the EU they had a meeting. Obama blocked reparations.
I know it.
He blocked them.
He was against it.
Yeah, he was against it.
Yep,
But
sure
people
was.
they love Obama though.
Yep, he was against it. That was another thing I didn't like about him. He was against it. I don't know why he was against it or whatever, but they were saying that. Well, what people are saying now, they saying that. Well, how would they go about doing the reparations? Would they give us some past stuff? Listen, if they gonna do reparations, man, they need to put money for the future. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to do certain things like wipe out any debt that we might have, scoots, college student loans, so we can manage our and put money into our communities. And they even need to have certain places where it is land bestowed upon the indigenous people. That's us. The land is like they did for them. And they put money into these places so we could manage this money to grow economically in our communities. You ain't got to goddamn give everybody no 40 acres and no damn mural. Yeah, a lot of us still sleep. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna do them give it back to you. But you put that land out, you make some of these reservations, you got them going to these poor stricken neighborhoods that you redlined from the damn beginning is why they like that. When let businesses in, and you remove them damn red lines. You put money right into these black leaders of this place, and we're gonna hold you black leaders accountable. So you're coming out here, if you ain't acting like a black man, you ain't coming out here acting like a melanated man, you coming out here like a nigga, we're gonna come for you, player. Yeah, I said it. I said it on my podcast, and I'm down for it. We're gonna hold you accountable. You're gonna put money into these places. You're gonna fix the sewer systems. You're gonna fix these water pipes so we won't be drinking all this contamination. You're gonna build real schools. They're gonna teach real education so our children will be on the same level of education as your children. You're gonna designate places where the middle class and poor can live in houses, and you're gonna get those houses to these people so they can afford them. These stores and businesses in our community need to be black owned, black operated. just like in your community. I'm tired of looking around. I'm seeing this people, this people, this people taking all our damn money, sending your kids to school, and you still running around here shooting our damn people unarmed. It's time for that to change. And we tired of waiting. We're tired of waiting, Mr. Biden. All these billions of dollars you're talking about you put in, but then Kamala Harris get on the goddamn thing talking about, oh, well, we put $12 million into the bank because, the banks are for the people. Man, you put $12 million into the goddamn banks, ain't gonna do shit for us. Then you gave billions of dollars to all these foreign countries. We got to have education. We got to have polices that look like us, that's from these areas, that understand us, that don't grab their gun right off and kill us unarmed. Got to have patience with us like you have patience with your own people. Stop policing our communities. Stop sending all this bad food to our communities. Give us real medical treatment. Give us some black doctors. Put real education in our communities where our people can go to these colleges, man, and learn pharmacy, learn medical to help us. This is a fact. We do not get the same medical treatment. A black man of 28, a white man of 28 can go to the same hospital complaining about the same systems, and this white man can get superb treatment, and this black man will be sent home saying there's nothing wrong with you. He'll take these two and call me in the morning. It's time out for that. And you think we stupid. We'll go Miss Harris. Miss Harris ain't with us. She don't think like us. You did that for votes. You came out and said you had a black agenda. All these billions was going to be put in our community, and you did not do that. Black people, stop running behind these Democratic parties. These Democrats, not all of them, but they lies, man. They didn't doing the same thing. Hey, we need your vote. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do that. Man, I ain't never seen them go after one president the way they went after Trump in my life for the same thing, saying racist, 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 racist. You know why they did that? They did that because they know one thing to get black people fired up is when you call racism. That gets us fired up, and that's why they did that. Do y'all know that Trump was Democrat at one time? You know that he was getting Clinton their money at one time? You know when Obama ran against Clinton, or Clinton said, well, they're going to get their people to vote, so we need to get our people to vote for Hillary. Whoa. Hey. Whoa, wait. Oh, what? That was his rhetoric. So they put a woman, so-called black woman, with him. He really wanted the Obama wife. But Obama wasn't stupid enough to let his wife, or his wife wasn't stupid enough to join that ticket with his ass. But he knew it. He wanted a black lady. He wanted the black lady to get the black vote. And what has he done? He said he's gonna wipe out all our student debt. The student debt ain't wiped out. He said, well, we're gonna 10 to 20 and $15,000 off of it. Man, they say he can't even do it, man. So it's a big fat fake. It's fake. He gonna act like he tried to do it. Oh, they couldn't do it because of the Republicans. We need to vote them out. Man, he didn't do it. He ain't put no billions into our community or nothing like that, man.
Yeah, Trump did more than what he did.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, he did. And Trump was the first one actually to come out and say that he had a black agenda, that he was gonna put billions in the community. And then Ice Cube and them started saying, "What you gonna do this?" And with talking to him and stuff like that. And then he said, "Okay, Biden's when Biden came out. Well, okay, I'm with black agenda too." Hold on, man. That's just like telling me. That's just like telling me, Black lives matter, all lives matter. What the hell, all lives matter when Black lives matter? Huh? So what the hell was your $1 billion black agenda before Trump came out with $1 billion black agenda? Trump said he was gonna
You
put it
know, he,
directly in people so they can start their own factories and shit.
you know, Biden, he wouldn't even talk to IQ. He wouldn't talk to him or his people.
Nope,
Wouldn't
wouldn't
even
even
sit.
talk to him. Wouldn't even sit down with him. But Trump did. But the
You
only
know,
thing
really,
they
you
had to hear,
barely even see Kamala Harris. You don't even hardly see her.
nope. He said he
So they
gonna put
just
it on
been there for
with
they,
the
for their agenda.
yep, yep. But you know what? It's all good. This is we
And see,
the
a lot
burning.
of people don't. You ain't got your mind right for 2023. It's gonna be rough.
Yep, it's gonna get rough. It's gonna get rough now. It's a topic that we're gonna be probably discussing this month or next month is called automation. And when we discuss that topic, how they taking all these jobs from blacks and white people, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. If you ain't learned, you gonna learn. You gonna see. But we
Man, yeah, I'm back, man. Yeah, I say, man, reparations, man. You can't just pay us money. That shit run out, and it don't really hold true value. So that's why I say you got to pay us in residuals, and you got to give us land.
yep,
We
yep,
we ought to have free health care.
You got to
We ought to have
don't forget it. Like you pay us in residual.
free
All of this land should be you should be paying us. You should be releasing the land from us. That's
yeah,
that.
they ought to. And then a lot of black people need to get their ancestors' land back, what they took.
yep. That's why I said they need to have some what you call it, reservations, and they need to have a lot of grants. They need to have a lot of grants. Black people need to come up with business loan ideas. They need to have places where we can go in and talk to these people where these they can make us plans and we can structure it right. That's a lot of times that we don't get those loans and stuff because the loan idea is not structured right. And the people that know how to structure them right try to charge you all this more. You got to give me $30,000, knowing he ain't gonna get you nothing but $80,000, knowing that defeats the purpose. So you can get $50,000 and your business not gonna work. Because that $30,000 would have put your business over the top and made it work. I get rid of those people. We gotta hold our own accountable for the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop all this violence against each other, man. We gotta look at each other different. That's
Grassroots.
another. That's right. Because grassroots. We gotta stop all this nonsense. Some of the shit we gotta stop pointing fingers and pointing fingers at our damn self. Cause we
Yeah,
do.
point the thumb. But see, you don't want them to give you land and then push you in the middle of nowhere, and then you be like obsolete or like irrelevant. You know,
Mm-mm. No, they
No,
need
no,
to.
no. I'm talking about the land that's around in different cities that they just jacked from black people. Just took.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, that remind me of the beach fronts, the beach black beach that was in California. It was on
That's
the black
California.
beach. Yeah, because we can't go to their beaches. These black lady and man, they got together, they bought a beach, and everybody was this and that. They came and just took the shit from them. They just gave it back. They gave them some money and stuff like that. Look how they had to their ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Just their kids and
That,
shit, the grand.
that,
You know.
that land was millions of
yeah,
dollars.
yeah. Their grandkids was some of them was homeless, man. When in fact they was really rich. They was supposed to be.
Damn shame, man. Damn shame.
That was Manhattan Beach, California.
Yeah, shame, shame. Give us these land back. Give us Pritchard, man. Give us Pritchard. Let us put money up in there. Let us make business plans go up in here. Give us this money, and we do not have to pay it back.
Yeah. Another thing is to give us something. We need protection. You need laws
We
and
need like,
laws carried out. Really, we need sovereignty. But these laws. Like what's up with the Asian hate crime bill? Where's ours? And then
yeah.
like Wilmington, where I'm from, man, they had the 1898 massacre where
I was just telling.
blacks was ruling, man, and they came and the Democrats came, blacks were Republicans back in the days or whatever, but they came in and killed them, man, and ran them in the river. And to this day, I think they celebrate our River Fest, but a lot of people don't really know. But stuff like that. They was the first Tulsa before Tulsa. Tulsa actually got their blueprint for them, and indirectly because Tulsa got a blueprint from Durham, who got it from Wilmington. So
That's right. That's right. Facts. 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 They speak on that. How they destroyed some of our cities and made them lakes.
oh yeah, they got some outside of Atlanta, but I'm not really too hip to that. But yeah, they say that you know they landmark them with lakes, man-made lakes. The cities that they took over, they landmarked them with lakes.
Yeah.
Oh, time over. Yeah,
Here and flooded. So the first thing they did down there in New Orleans that they did do, they did run their barge into the levee to make the water flood the ninth ward so it wouldn't destroy downtown. They've been doing this same tricks over and over again. But give us reparation. Let's build up our communities. Let ourselves build up each other. First person you need to look at is yourself, that man in the mirror.
yeah. I mean, they got to give us reparation. Look, you made all this money. You made all this money off of me. You went. We helped you work. We built this country, and we still ain't get paid for it.
Yep.
And,
That we
and
be,
when you did start paying us, you was charging us for the tools. So you got the
yep,
money right back, and you gave us money. You put stores right in front of our face, and you can. It's almost like you know what I mean. You get the money right back.
yeah.
Force us to go to
Call,
your stores and all of that. So
call the shit.
So they,
yeah,
they,
check
they
out the
got it.
man. So
Because I'm gonna tell you, a brother.
everybody else, I hear a lot of people say, they the hardest working. We're hard workers and all of this. Look, where was your hard working ass at when we was building this country? Y'all Johnny come
Exactly.
latelys, go make your country great, and
Exactly.
yeah, you benefiting off of everything we fought for. You benefiting off of, and then you got the nerve to disrespect us when we help bring
Yep.
you in here like some dummies. Like we do that. We'll fight for y'all politically, and then y'all get over here and turn your back on us. But that's what's going on right now. Going on right now, man, and we got to wise up.
Yep. Got to wise up.
You
Got,
talked about the immigration movement up north.
oh yeah. I was just telling them about like when I say that the same tricks that they did in 1960s, they had the people called the white segregationists. It's Republican governors, mayors, and stuff like that. It was when the Freedom Riders was going around. Well, they got some of these people and told them that y'all gonna go here, we're gonna help y'all get established, and they sent them to different places.
Like yeah, to Chicago.
Yeah,
Like
Martha, Vineyard, all these places. So these people, they even sent them to the Kennedy's house. The Kennedys didn't even know they was coming. The Kennedys wasn't even at the home and stuff like that. So it's the same thing that the governor Rubio and the Texas governor is doing now. Republican governors tricked migrants to get on planes to be transported north with hopes of jobs. Told them they got jobs, houses, and food. Similarities, huh? Same old game. Sent these folks up there. That ought to in itself ought to be a crime because you done got these migrants. Walking to these migrants, seeing them coming in, put them on these buses and planes, and sent them to places that where they had supposed to have jobs waiting for them, houses and food waiting for them. When they got up there, people didn't even know they was out there starving. Same tricks, man. Same tricks. It's a new day with the same tricks. The scriptures say ain't nothing new under the sun. Hey man, they doing the same tricks. That's why I say learn your history. Learn the tricks that they did. So when you see them trying to manipulate our communities in the same way that they manipulated our communities back then, we say, oh no, no, hit me one, shame on you, hit me again, yeah, shame on me. They're gonna be shame on us. We keep falling for the same damn thing.
Man, the
When we
only
talk
hope I see, the only hope I see for us, we got to go on just get our own land, build our own school.
that's right.
That's the way.
Yep.
It's
Period.
enough money and power to do it.
Well, yep, it is. It is. And we need to really start this homeschooling,
Yeah.
really start
Did, did
building our
y'all
company.
did y'all feature Andrea Banks in? Let her say what she wanted to contribute to the show.
And Miss Banks, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here listening, taking it all in. I appreciate the podcast today. It's very informative.
Oh, we appreciate you tuning in, listening in. And you can always comment. You want to listen, you can listen, spread the word, wake our people up because we need to get some group economics. We need to get together. A lot of us need to look at ourselves and stop this nonsense. Cause hey, we're in the fourth quarter, man. We're in the fourth quarter. But with that being said, we're gonna end the podcast. But we will be back next Tuesday and every Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern time, bringing you black information, world current events, history in the eyes of melanated people, told by melanated people. Love y'all.
Love you too.